I am an ESC volunteer. But what does that mean exactly?
My name is Maria. I'm not sure, should I look at you or at the camera?
So I am Fia Sjöstrand.
Hello.
My name is Alex, and
My name is Maria. I work for MUCF, which is the Swedish National Agency for Youth and Civil Society. And we are also the national agency for the European Solidarity Corps and Erasmus Plus Youth and Sports in Sweden. The European Solidarity Corps is an EU program. It's the EU program to support solidarity and democracy and active citizenship through two different types of projects. It's volunteering projects and also solidarity projects. Volunteering projects can be either international or national. So a young person who wants to participate is a volunteer for an organization and contributes to that organization's work in society. It might be connected to youth or social equality, sustainable development, cultural projects, somehow contributing to solidarity in that community. And that can be, often it's that you go to a different country and you volunteer in another country for an organization there to also have that cultural exchange and meet other people. But you can also choose to volunteer in your home country.
All right, so here's everything that you need to know. First, you visit this website called youth.europa.eu, and once you're in, you will scroll down to volunteering, click read more. There, scroll down again and click browse opportunities. Here, you will be able to see a map of all of the projects out there in the world. You can filter by country or volunteering type or even by topics. Alternatively, you can scroll down and you will see lists of projects and the organizations that are hosting those projects. And once you click on it, you can read all about the descriptions, the support that will be provided, and so on. And here on the right hand side, you can see the countries where they're accepting participants. So for example, if you're from Cyprus, you can apply for this project. If you're from Spain, Romania, Bulgaria, and so on. Let's talk about what you need to know once you have applied and been accepted into the project. The first thing is that the organization which hosts the project is known as your hosting organization. This is where you'll be spending most of your time. However, you will also need to find a supporting organization that is from your home country. Your supporting organization will be there to support you and the hosting organization in whatever problems might arise. They're basically there to mediate. You also have a pre-departure training with them, let's say. Once you arrive to your project, you will receive an on-arrival training, and in the midpoint of your project, you will also receive a midterm training. You will also receive a work mentor who is supposed to be there to guide you through your tasks and help you grow into the position, so to say, as well as pocket money and food money, but more on that later.
And I can also mention that the program was launched in 2018. Before that, there was a different volunteering program in the EU, But then when this was launched in 2018, there was a lot of focus on specifically solidarity, that the projects should somehow contribute to solidarity in society. But the ones that we work with here as the National Agency for Sweden are these two. And in volunteering projects, there are individual activities and volunteering teams. And these ones can be 2 weeks to 2 months. And these ones can be either 2 weeks to 2 months or 2 to 12 months. Whereas these ones are in your local context. And these are then by young people. So both that the idea comes from young people and that they're implemented by young people. And by young people, we mean 18 to 30 years old. Yeah. Particularly for our department that works with the EU funded programs. So we are the national agency in Sweden for these programs, which means that we receive the budget from the EU to administer to all the projects in Sweden for these specific programs. And then our role is to support the organizations that have projects ongoing, so to have follow-ups and answer questions and support to make sure that the projects in Sweden follow the quality standards of the programs. Also monitor the programs to ensure that they do follow the rules and the quality standards that we have. So monitoring through different types of reports or sometimes visits, or staying in contact with the organizations to make sure that they follow the rules of the programs. And also to inform about these programs in Sweden. That's our role basically in the program. Yeah.
So I am Fia Sjöstrand. I work as a manager in the network SIP, and I've been working here since 2005. Yeah, so the funding surrounding a volunteer projects is not so much for the NGO that is hosting, it's more for the project that the volunteer is working with and the costs for the volunteer. So it's the money that you're granted as an organization is there to make sure that the volunteer has a place to stay, like paying rent, money for food, pocket money, and also it's included insurance, like if you need to go to the dentist or your glasses break or stuff like that. So there's a lot of costs that are covered, and also big parts of the traveling, like coming to the country where you're volunteering.
Yeah. My name is Sara. I work in Globala Kronoberg as a coordinator within the Erasmus Plus and the European Solidarity Corps. And Globala hosts, send and coordinate volunteers and volunteer projects.
What role does the sending organization play in the ESC?
The sending organization is there to support both the hosting organization in the country and also the volunteer that they sent to that project. Also a big part is like after the project, how to support the volunteer when they come home, to readjust and to help them look to the future.
And who has the biggest responsibility between the sending and the hosting organizations?
The biggest responsibility falls on the hosting organization, where the volunteer and the youth are spending most of their time in the new country. So they are responsible for the volunteers' health and well-being, and to make sure that they are learning and developing, and that they have their tasks and such, and that they are having a good time in the project, or that they feel comfortable.
My name is Alex, and I'm a former volunteer in Globalan. I chose a project which was related to recycling, fixing stuff, and it was all knowledge that I wanted to acquire, and I did just that. I mean, I worked with wood, metal, it was a lot of cleaning involved as well, but it was a lot of handiwork, and it was what I was looking for. Then again, the whole social environment was very enriching as well, since it was new people everywhere. No one that you're used to see. It's just new people all the time, and you build new connections, make new friends.
Especially for young people who don't have a job or are not really sure what they want to do in the future. I always recommend volunteering in one way or another, because it's a great way to get work experience and get a network and references. But it's also, sometimes you have to try things to know for sure if you really want to work with it, or try new things that you never did before to maybe find, oh, this was fun, or this was interesting, or this did not suit me at all. You cannot sit at home, guess, and just find out for yourself. I don't think so, at least, what you want to do or what you're good at. You have to try it, and things may surprise you, like your dream job. It was maybe not so fun as you thought it was, and you find something else that you never thought of even existed, and that becomes your passion. Because that's happened in my life, so I have a strong belief for that.
I was going through some challenges back then, and it helped me a lot. I wanted to prove myself that I was capable of this, which was the reason why I first left for 2 months only. It was like this short volunteering experience, and at the end of it I just wanted more, and came back for more, and I have no regrets whatsoever about this. It was just a very good decision for me.
In your opinion, what is the biggest benefit of the European Solidarity Corps for both young people, for organizations, and for the community?
Yeah, that's a really great question. I will try to answer based on my knowledge. I think that if you ask many people, they might have different answers. But based on my understanding of the programs from my point of view, and some of the research that I've seen, the European Solidarity Corps, when you look at the surveys from young people who participate, it's actually really it's so great to see the results of those surveys, because generally, like a vast majority say that they have learned new things, that they had experiences that helped them in their personal development and in their professional development, that the fact that they got to meet people from other cultures helped them grow as people as well, and that through being part of the ESC that they gained new skills, that they and gained an understanding of their societies and the importance of solidarity that they can then take with them further on in life and in maybe their future careers and in their future learning path. For organizations, I think it's really what we can hear from the organizations in Sweden who are part of this program. It's that the young people who are part of ESC and come to the organizations always bring with them new perspectives based on different backgrounds, based on coming from different countries. That the volunteers help to have an engagement in the local communities, find new target groups, engage with the specific target groups of that organization, and that they then add to the effect that the organization's work can have on their target groups. And you said for communities. I think for the communities that have volunteers here in Sweden, what I hear both from volunteers and from organizations is that it has like an international aspect, that it brings an international knowledge to the local community that maybe wouldn't otherwise be there, that the young people in that community can meet someone who is an ESC volunteer and learn about their home country or learn about their experiences and have that cultural exchange. And of course, also the work that the organization and then also the volunteers are doing that is somehow connected to solidarity brings hopefully a benefit for that community, if that is working with young people in that community, if that is with working with cultural programs in that community, if that is working with sustainable practices, whatever it may be that the focus of the volunteering project is, that also of course contributes to the local community that they're in.
Yeah.
My advice would be to always apply to the different opportunities that you find in the youth portal, which is where you can look for and search for opportunities in the European Solidarity Corps. So apply to anything and everything that you find interesting, because sometimes it can be that you have to apply for many before you get accepted to a project. So keep applying and look for the opportunities that you find interesting.
It's a great opportunity to just go places, like literally go places. I think that as human beings, we learn a lot from different culture. It does a great deal for people to broaden their horizon, you know.
Goodbye, or as we say in Swedish, hej då, and best of luck with your future experience in the European Solidarity Corps. And hope to meet you maybe sometime in the future in any volunteering or solidarity project that you might have.